want both those guys getting as many opportunities as we can.
And with the injuries at wide receiver or the new guys that you're not sure about, and whenever Michael Gallup comes back and Washington goes down, unfortunately, this week, do you envision using Pollard more as a wide receiver since he has that background and has good hands?
I think there's certainly potential. He's done it plenty in Memphis. When we watched him coming out, it was a question whether he was really even a running back because he played mostly receiver, and so the running back thing was a little bit of a projection. But, I think he's got a very versatile role. He can do a lot of things, and so he can go out there and play some receiver if we needed to. But I think certainly, what he does as a running back is really, really special, and so I think we got to balance and find where his number is and where his role is as far as, because we want him to be able to maximize his opportunities at running back, and then when he can give us some other stuff, let's definitely do it.
And head coaches like Andy Reid getting play ideas from unlikely areas, sometimes like youth league or high school, they'll see a play and, hey, that's interesting, we could do something with that. Do you find yourself doing that? Have you seen plays sometimes or on Madden? I don't know.
All the time.
Well, you played at Boise, so you guys had some gadgets for sure.
Yeah, all the time. Social media, that's pretty much all I use social media for, is to find plays.
Man, don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah, I don't do it for any of the other aspects, but for football plays, you get plenty out of it. So, college, high school, you name it. I think that's the cool thing about the NFL or just football in general is there's so many different ways and styles to play the game, and so you're always seeing different things. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. And then you kind of have this huge bank, and then time comes in and gets involved, and you're like, okay, I can't do all this stuff. And so we're always trying to find little nuggets, little opportunities, and so it's so much fun.
I think it's a good thing for the league, and it didn't used to be that way. I think they were very, almost afraid to go there. With no, we got to do more traditional stuff. That trickery really doesn't work in the NFL.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. Like every Monday, I'll watch called the Trick Play Reel in the league,
nice.
And it's funny to see how the number each year kind of seems to just go up a little bit across the league. And so, what was a 20, 30 play reel now is, a 60, 70 play reel, each Monday. And so you can definitely see the numbers going up.
That's really interesting to me. It reminds me of the conversation that I have with George and Gordon a lot. They're musicians, and I don't understand can come up with new songs these days. To me, they've all been taken. They've all been written, right?
I'm with you. That blows my mind, actually. Yeah.
It blows my mind. But it also blows my mind that at all the years of football that you still can see that there are a lot of plays out there, creative ways to get the ball in this guy's hand, that guy's hand. That blows my mind.
I think so much it really is about there's quick game, there's different play types, but I think it's all in like the presentation of how you utilize players, how you line up the structurally as far as the formations and stuff. I think that's really the growth opportunities for us always.
We brought up a couple of years ago, remember my theory about the hook and ladder, that there needs to be more of them?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have run it several times. I don't know, you used it at Boise. I guess it is a great tool, but at the same time, things can go wrong with that. That's probably why we don't see it as much as maybe I'd like to see it.
Yeah, no, we've ran a few. We ran probably 3 or 4 last year. The last drive of San Francisco, we had one that was good. We tried a couple on third and 20, and we tried a couple little hook and ladders with said. We tried one in there, but it's funny. I was actually talking to a rugby guy that DQ kind of connected me with from Europe, and we were talking about some end of game last plays and stuff, and he was like, I watch your guys' American football. I'm always curious, like, why are you guys blocking downfield? Like, why isn't he ready for a pitch?
Yeah, getting involved in the pitch, yeah.
And it was really cool to listen to someone who's maybe not as associated with American football look at us from why you guys do all that blocking? Like, you don't need to block. Like, you should be there for
get open.
When the guy's ready to get tackled, you just pitch it to him.
Right.
You're like, yeah, maybe you guys are smarter than us.
Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore with us here on the ticket. You can have the perfect game plan, but if the QB doesn't go out and execute, then you might be in trouble. You've got a really good quarterback, and all reports are that he's had this incredible offseason, looks better than ever. What do you see out of Dak?
Yeah, better than ever. Love where he's at. I thought he's done phenomenal all offseason, just all the time that he's invested in this thing and spent, and you can see that he's I mean, he's rolling. Anytime you're trying to call plays and halfway through it, he just kind of walks off because he already knows what you're saying. He already knows what the play call is. Like, that's when he's in a groove, and that's when he knows this thing inside and out.
It is pretty wild that it was just 6 years ago you were being taken off this field, and that gave Dak his first opportunity. And lots happened in 6 years, hasn't it?